Now folks, some Americans have already received the third stimulus payment. The first deposit just came one day after Joe Biden signed his American Rescue Plan into law. The bill includes a provision for a third stimulus check worth up to $1,400 per qualifying individual and each of his or her dependents.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Good afternoon in the Rose Garden. Thank you, Mr. President, Madam Vice President. An honor to be with you and to be with the Majority Leader of the Senate, Chuck Schumer. I join him in acknowledging our members who are here, many chairs of committees, members of our leadership, because without all of you, this would not have happened. And it certainly would not have happened without Joe Biden as President of the United States. Mr. President, everybody is complimenting us, and every time we get a compliment, I say, I accept on behalf of the House Democrats and of the staff of the House Democrats, and I know of the Senate staff as well. They worked so very, very hard. But let me say this about my members. Our chairs were dazzling in their own work, intellect, integrity, imagination for the American people, working with their Senate colleagues. I say their beautiful diversity of our members. And I say to them, our diversity is our strength. Our unity is our power. And in this bill, our diversity to protect everyone in our country, to end the disparity in access to everything that the bill presents. Our diversity was reflected in the House and the Senate in that policy. But our unity on behalf of all of the American people is what made this such a triumph. Whatever differences there may have been, shall we say, as I say to the chairman, exuberance, the leader, certain exuberances here and there, we all knew our purpose. We were unified on behalf of the American people, for the children, for their health, for their education, for the economic security of their families. Yes, this is a great day to be in the Rose Garden and to have us be able to fulfill the promise that President Biden has made all along, that help is on the way. Promise made, promise fulfilled. Thank you, Mr. President.
Ago, in Oklahoma City, there was a basketball game going on between the Utah Jazz and the Oklahoma City Thunder that they were 2 minutes away from tip-off, and the announcer came on the speaker and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a case of COVID-19 that's been discovered by one of the players. This game is postponed." And with that one announcement, a year ago this week, all professional sports stopped across the entire country. And the country, for a moment, woke up and realized this is more serious than we thought. And everything shifted. Within a week, the United States had shut down for 8 weeks. And we went into lockdown. At the beginning point of that, this Congress came together in a bipartisan way and passed something called the CARES Act, $1.6 trillion, an enormous relief bill, because we were walking into uncharted territory. We created things like the Paycheck Protection Program. We created ways to be able to assist behind the scenes. We even created a way to be able to help not-for-profits, knowing that if the not-for-profit sector collapsed, there's no way government could possibly keep up. Lots of work went into that in a bipartisan way to be able to resolve that. And that CARES Act stabilized our economy, $1.6 trillion. It was one of 5 bills that we passed in this body last year, all bipartisan. All of them us working together to try to find out what are the essential things we have to do, knowing every single dollar that was spent on COVID was not budgeted, every single dollar.
Several banks across the country already started receiving the third round of payments just before noon on Friday. Bank began crediting the payments to customers' accounts right away, making the funds fully available. One bank, for instance, estimates that they have credited around 25% of current eligible account holders already. The average payment for members is around $2,000, they said. Now, Joe Biden, the White House, said Thursday that the funds would be available as soon as this weekend. The current spokesperson said the bank did not wait for the funds to settle before making them available to customers. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, have you received your third stimulus check from Congress? And also, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. In the city of Philadelphia, multiple residents have already begun seeing the stimulus payments. Just 24 hours after Joe Biden signed the bill, stimulus checks have already been sent out. The relief bill, which passed the US House with a vote of 220 to 211, will provide $300 in unemployment benefits all the way to September 6th of this year. $130 billion is also going to be directed for A2 K-12 schools and $28.6 billion for struggling bars and restaurants. Now, the first batch of $1,400 stimulus payments was already processed, with additional large batches of payments to be sent via direct deposits or through the mail as checks or debit cards in coming weeks. That's according to several officials in Congress. Now, the IRS Commissioner Chuck Reddick said in a statement that payments will be delivered automatically to taxpayers. Even though tax season is in full swing, IRS employees again worked around the clock to quickly deliver help to millions of Americans. And that means a family of 4 earning up to $150,000 in 1 year will receive up to $5,600. Unlike the first 2 payments, which were limited to children under 17, this round of checks will go also to qualifying dependents, including college students, adults with disabilities, parents, and grandparents. Now, it's estimated that 85% of Americans will be eligible for the payments, and the goal is to have millions of the payments dispersed in the next few weeks. The IRS will automatically send payments to those who typically do not file tax returns, but received Social Security and Railroad Retirement Board benefits, SI income, or veterans benefits in 2020. Nearly 160 million US households will receive some $400 billion in direct payments. Those earning more than $80,000 individually are not eligible for this round of stimulus checks. If you're a recipient of SSDI or SSI, you should automatically qualify for a third stimulus check. But just know that not all the details are the same. For example, if you stopped or started receiving SSI and SSDI in 2019 or 2020, your situation could become complicated now that it's tax season. In the final bill, people who receive SSI and SSDI will once again automatically qualify to receive a third stimulus check of $1,400. Now, for the first 2 rounds of payments, those individuals were eligible so long as they had a Social Security number and were not claimed as dependent on someone else's tax return. The new bill governing the third check, however, expands stimulus payments eligibility for dependents of all ages. Now, most SI and SDI recipients didn't receive their first payments or the first stimulus check via Direct Express card, though this is usually what the government uses to distribute federal benefits. Instead, the payment arrived through a non-Direct Express bank account or as a paper check, if you don't have your bank account information on file with the IRS. Thank you for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.